Local gardeners are being warned that a favorite plant should not be part of your landscaping plans this summer. Joining us now is our garden expert, Derek Thomas with Thomas Landscapes. Don't mean to be alarmist about this, but this is serious stuff here we're talking about.
Well, you know, Tony, what's happening is as we continue to see different pathogens that will crop up in greenhouse crops, as we continue to have a smaller and smaller choice of greenhouses that are growing, we're seeing more and more viruses like this crop up.
Okay.
And this virus actually affects over 600 different species of plants. It's identified as impatiens necrotic spot virus.
Impatiens necrotic spot virus.
Right.
Is it primarily affecting impatiens?
It's primarily affecting and affecting the worst are regular impatiens.
Wow.
New Guinea impatiens, for some reason, seem to be immune to the virus.
Okay.
What it basically does is it'll start out, and the other thing is it can affect at different stages of the plant life.
Okay.
So what's happening is plants can be affected, a greenhouse grower may not know, and you get it into your yard and suddenly the plant starts showing symptoms.
Now, let me ask you this. Does it also spread to other plants?
It does not spread to other plants. They think it's a therp, which is an animal, an insect, that's actually spreading the disease from plant to plant. But if you're using pruners and stuff like that, what's being recommended is if you see impatiens, if you have impatiens, and it starts to get black spots and rotting on the leaves, remove the entire plant. The disease is systemic, which means it's the plant itself that has it.
Wow.
Okay? But here's what we're going to do this year. There's a lot of great stuff. Impatiens are used for the shade. People that want color in the shade. There's a lot of great stuff that we can do to make great arrangements, great borders in the shade garden. We're going to put together a couple of these right now. This is using what's called Creeping Jenny or Creeping Charlie, depending on who you ask. And we're going to pop in a couple of plants here. And what I want to show the viewers is that, you know, this year, what you want to do is you want to mix it up a little bit, and we're going to add a caladium. We're going to add a really nice grass plant. And I'm going to do, for color, I think I'll do the white.
Okay.
I'll do the white New Guinea impatiens there. Now, an arrangement like this, you'll fill it in with the soil, of course, afterwards. But an arrangement like this looks just as nice in your border garden or in your container that you would have normally done impatiens in.
Okay.
And you've still used the impatiens, but just the New Guinea variety. What about if you're used to doing impatiens on your front porch? You can take say you've got a highly decorative glazed pot like this. You can take a single impatiens or another plant that I'm really loving this year because there's hundreds of different foliage. And this doesn't really, you don't grow it for the flowers. The flowers are very, very insignificant. Sure. This is a coleus. But look at the variation in leaf. And then if you grab this other one there, Tony.
This one?
Yeah.
Is that
this is another coleus.
Look at that.
So you can have a lot of variation.
When you buy it, do you know how it's going to come out?
Well, definitely. They have the tags and stuff like that.
Okay.
The younger plants in the coleus family sometimes does not have as good a color.
Okay.
But, you know, what you can take is, you take a plant like this, you pop it into a pot, and suddenly we've got just a really nice display. This is going to get full. It's not going to be the flowers that you'll see with your impatiens, but it's going to be a really, really good option for the shade.
And can okay, that's what I was going to say. Is this also for the shade? Okay.
Yeah, all of these plants will grow in the shade. There's a varied palette. Get out there, go to the nursery, ask the nursery what some of the things are that you can use instead of your impatiens. But we're urging people to stay away from the regular impatiens this season so we can try to get this virus stopped in its tracks.
Any other flowers we should avoid, or is it mainly that one?
It's mainly that one. There's over 600 plants that can be affected. Gloxinia, which is more an ornamental plant that people grow indoors, has been affected. It can affect chrysanthemums and different things. But right now, the real problem is with the impatiens.
All right.
And so that's what we're asking folks to just, if you see it in the nursery, most nurseries will have a sign saying, if you plant these, this is what you look out for.
All right, very good. Derek Thomas, Thomas Landscapes.
Thank you.
Give us your
at Thomas Garden Guy. And folks, thanks for asking me about this, because we got some tweets asking about this, and that's why we brought this segment to you. Excellent. At Thomas Garden Guy.
All right, very good. Allison, we go back to you now.